Just join me. Join me in the presence of doing nothing. Can your thoughts slow down? Can you breathe a bit deeper? Can you just be? When this happens in my being, I feel zoom out, this zoom out of my psyche, out of my conscious thinking and routine and patterning that can sometimes guide me moment to moment. When I give myself permission to just be present with you fully, I notice myself sit back. I notice myself regulate in my nervous system. So just try it. See if you can bring your attention from up in the brain, up in the mind, this central navigating system, and bring it even more central down your throat and right into the center of your chest. Breathe there for a moment. See what that feels like. Even if it only lasted a second, you still took a step in the direction of learning to live more fully in your own body, less than you do in your planning mind, in your practical mind, in your thoughts, in your preparation body. That's what Inner Compass is here for. We are here solely, more than anything, to just practice presence. Because when we can practice a level of stillness and presence, then we can actually listen intuitively, listen to source, whatever that may mean for you here. Please, any labels or names that I call things, know that it is full permission and intention for you to dissect that and to make it real for you. So, source simply can mean dropping so fully into your body, dropping so fully into your groundedness. Your nervous system is relaxed. You're not thinking about the past or the future. You're just here. That practice allows you to align with your dharma of your highest path. Some of us Some of us might not believe that we have a higher calling in this path that we're meant to walk. Oftentimes, many of us get so cut off from that possibility, and then we settle for one story. This is who I am. This is what I do. Here is my family. Here is that. Period. It's so much richer than that. Your life is so divinely planned that regardless if you see yourself as spiritual or believing in a higher power or not, you wouldn't be here if you weren't meant to be here. You wouldn't be walking these roads and these pathways into the unknown, into challenge, into growth, discovery, reflection, walking into your greatness. If only in schools they taught us that trial, tribulation, discomfort, opposition, fear are all opportunities to make us go higher. Not higher externally, but higher within our worthiness, our well-being of being actually happy and here and excited of all that we are. If you still continue to see these types of feelings, emotions, and experiences as something that is ill or bad, I heard a loved one recently say, like, I hate to cry. I hate crying. What would happen if you were to just put a magnifying glass on top of that, on top of that statement, that belief system, and just explore where it comes from? You don't got to do anything about it. But what if you gave yourself permission to just from a place of curiosity, take a deeper look? What are you actually saying here? I was on an airplane recently and I was watching Moana 2. And the way that this movie speaks deep symbolism is beyond me, specifically in the realms of breaking cycles and diving into your ancestral lineage to discover deeper purpose. If you've seen the movie in the beginning, she's already working her path as a wayfinder, as a pathfinder in her family. She's going out into the middle of the ocean and discovering new lands, new people. She's walking into the unknown. And in the second movie, she ends up getting this deep calling from her ancestors that she is meant to go on one of the hardest missions that she maybe has ever gone. She is meant to go and find the people, the community, the tribe that was lost so that their communities can elevate, can grow, can expand. But all the thoughts that came up in Moana were, whoa, like that's a scary journey. I've never had to go that far before. You're telling me to go into the almost Bermuda Triangle equivalent type of journey. What if I can't do it? What if something happens? Ooh, I don't like this feeling. But she did it anyways. Her father looked at Moana in the eyes and said, go and show us all how far we can go. Her own father said, here's the torch. Take it further than I was able to take it. Finding the way for what has never been found. The inner compass was created specifically for generational cycle breakers and people that are walking the road less traveled. That's why it's here. Because as we're walking this road, there isn't this one rule book on how we're supposed to do this. We take these deep dives into spirituality and personal development and expansion, evolution, whatever it may be, that is with the intention of growing and bettering yourself as a human. And then when trigger happens, when resentment happens, or even just when the next level of your life happens, the next chapter, we are conscious beings that are meant to grow, meant to evolve. What's that caterpillar butterfly meme? We're not meant to stay the same. You've changed. Yeah, I'm supposed to. So I'm so inspired by Moana's courage to build a team. She knows that she doesn't have to do this alone. She wasn't meant to do it alone. There is a very specific team of people that have been training their whole lives to support her in her journey. She gets the help of her ancestors. Her ancestors guide her as far as they can go until Moana is meant to carve a new way, one that has never been done before. Does any of this story sound similar or relatable to you? Because I know for me it does. And when we can practice the art of taking one step forward at a time, whether it's into a medicine ceremony or into a book that's going to support you in your growth, whatever those deep leaps, those quantum leaps that we take, we get to practice presence in our body so that we can integrate it faster. We get to practice regulating our nervous system, regulating our emotions in a healthy way, not suppressing them, doing things that are actually going to help keep us safe as we integrate all of this change happening, all of this growth. That's why it can take some people quite a while to take the leap right before the slide. There's the slide when it comes to growth. And when you reach the point of the slide, it's the point where you know, once I take this jump, there is never turning back. Once I take this jump, it's permanent. Things will never be the same. Am I willing to let go of those versions of me that wanted to just, keep things how they are? No need to ruffle up the feathers. We're good right here. We're good. We're good to hold this mother wound and pain from my dad since I was 6 years old. We're good to hold it. All good. And then we see that begin to manifest in our body. Sicknesses, depression, mental health struggle, all of these things that are so not easily, but it's preventable, and more so the antidote. Learning how to actually explore our inner existences. Why do I think the way I do? Why is this happening? What might I be holding on to from my past that is quite literally dragging itself on the ground because it knows it's not meant to come with me into this next chapter? Manifestation, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. But now it's time to let go of the things that are quite literally keeping you in the same space and preventing you from getting there. If this was more commonly taught in the schools, there would be a lot less of mental health illnesses and abuse and suicides and self-sabotage. If we normalized the ability to dive deep into our emotions. This is what I believe in, at least. So where are you being guided to go that has never, never, ever been journeyed before? What path are you being whispered to walk that maybe feels a little bit, ooh, no, that's a little scary. But something inside of you, something inside of your heart turns you on every time you think about it. Your art, your passion projects, maybe even just a way of being that your family, your loved ones, your job is not used to seeing you show that part of you. Be like that. If you feel any suppression, anything being pressed down in your body, what would happen if you just took a look? Take a deep breath in with me. And just exhale a sigh. As a cycle breaker, as a wayfinder, as a path carver, you are literally here to do things that have never been done before. So just give your body some grace. Give your mind some grace. Give yourself some gratitude of where and how far you've come. And with full attention and full focus, see if you can just zoom out and come into this deeper state of knowing. Even if it's fuzzy, even if it's foggy, there's a faith inside of you that just knows. You know the way. You always have. Place your hands on your heart if you can and just say, I know the way. And even if it doesn't feel like it, I trust that I am being intuitively guided. I am listening to my inner compass. I am slowing down enough to be able to hear it. And I am reaching out for support if I need it. Promise me. You are supported even beyond what you might believe. It just takes you leaning in and actually reaching out and actually owning it, actually talking about it. It's time to talk more about integration. Integration specifically from the mind into the body, harmonizing them. Think of serpent snakes weaving from the head to the heart. We are meant to be in cohesion with our truest selves. So as you progress throughout your day, just lean into the path here that you are meant to walk. Lean into the people in your lineage that came before you and literally opened doors for you to be exactly where you are. Yeah, we might have our personal and emotional feelings about our family members, but wow, the lives and the journeys and the challenge and the breakthroughs that it has taken to bring you here. Now go out there and live your life and continue your path of greatness because you are. My name's Luna Lauren. I'll be here every Wednesday just for these intuitive pulse checks, not only for you, but for myself as well. Take one more deep grounding breath with me, the deepest breath you might have taken all day. And exhale. I'll see you next week. Continue to practice presence and being in your body.